So today I'm going to talk about a must-watch UK stock for 2025. I feel like this stock right now has great value and potential for the next few years, and it's one of those stocks that is like a triple threat stock. It has a very nice dividend, it's a very good valuation, and also it's got quite a bit of growth on it as well. So it applies to growth investors, dividend investors, value investors as well. So it's not very often you have opportunities like that in the market. And right now I'm going to talk about this stock and why I think potentially it could do very well in 2025 and also in the future. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let's get started. But before we start, just a quick shout out. I'm currently doing the Patreon Black Friday sale. I'll post my email in the comment section below. And if you do want to join, just send me an email on there and I'll get you sorted for the Black Friday sale that's currently going on with Patreon. Technically, you don't actually get access to the Patreon itself because Patreon don't allow sales on the products. What it does, it'll give you access to the Discord. All the posts that are on the Patreon also go on the Discord as well, so you're not missing anything. And in there, you'll have the community of JKR investors. You'll get access to over 100 exclusive videos on there through 2025. I post what I'm buying and selling in real time on there, and also be able to talk to me as well on there if you want to. Normally this costs £72 a year, it'll actually be £44, which works out as like £3 something a month, which isn't that bad at all. It made me laugh the other day because I had a comment saying, oh, but you criticise other people for promoting their products and all this. I said, yeah, but guys, like some of these products are like $400, $500. That's absolutely crazy for some of the information that they give on there. All that this is it gives you more exclusive content and you support me for the content I give on YouTube for 6 videos a week for free on there. And obviously, hopefully through some of the stock picks that we've had in the last few years as well, some of the profit from those stock picks like Hims and Hers and DraftKings will obviously make you feel a little bit generous. And as well as that, if you want some free shares from Trading 212, links in the description as well, guys. Get a free fractional share worth up to £100 when you join from the link in the description. Personally, the investing platform that I use. Anyway, let's get on to this stock to watch for 2025. That's the UK stock, a triple threat stock. Very, very impressive what's going on with K-Box at the moment. It's had a pretty good year actually. In the last year it's up 28%, but I was looking at the earnings that came out last week and I thought, you know what, I think this stock still has a lot of potential going forward. Pretty small company, 75 million market cap, does make it a little bit of an issue sometimes when you go to buy the stock. I'll make you aware of that one. But 16 times earnings, I think maybe it could be a little bit higher. As you can see here, 5% dividend yield though, really nice dividend. And that's not including that in the recent update, they actually just hiked up their interim dividend by 17.2%, which is currently not factored into Google's dividend yield here, so it's actually a little bit higher than that at the moment. But K-Box is a stock that I've been in for a while, and even though I've been in it for a while, I'm actually about break even on it. So yeah, I'm not really made too much on it yet, but I still feel like the potential upside here could be really good, and that's why I continue to hold the stock at the moment. Since I own the stock, it did have a point where I was up a lot on the position, and then it kind of gave it all back. There was a big audit issue that went on during that time frame, and that's what's kind of seemed to hang around the stock for a while. After it came out, there were some errors in their accounts, and since then the stock just hasn't seemed to be able to recover until this year, and now people are realizing, actually, you know what, that was a one-off issue. They changed the CFO, and now we can put that in the past, and the stock continues to go up here. And just to kind of put that into context, really, I mean, there was a little bit of a jump off the IPO, and if we go from the IPO price from 6th of December 2019, the stock's only up 12% in that time frame from 2019. And to kind of show you how much progress and how successful this business has been from 2019, during that time frame we've gone from about 16.9 million in revenue up to 38 million in revenue. So the revenue's over doubled during that time frame, and as well as that, the profit went from 3 million up to 4.9 million as well. So really nice increase, but yet the stock price is roughly around the same, and shows you the damage that was done off that audit issue. But it seems like it's kind of put it behind it now, and investors are starting to come back in, and people realise, yep, it was a one-off. CFO went, we all can move on from there, and it's nicely been ticking up in the background. I remember not too long ago, everybody was saying like, oh, look at this stock, it's absolutely trash, it's gone down, when it was back in £1.16 range, and also it's gone very quiet as it started ticking up once again. It always happens quite often that I always notice there's so many people waiting to kind of bash about in the comment section when the stock goes down, and then as it slowly starts shifting back up again, it just slowly goes quiet and going, oh, actually, maybe Jacob was right about that one again. It makes me laugh. There's only one or two stocks that ever work out on the YouTube channel, but you'd think with sometimes like the way that some people jump on when things go wrong, they can't wait to bash it. So anyway, we're rambling on, so let's get on to the proper video. So Cakebox, so they are a producer of cakes, birthday cakes, as you can see here. Obviously people like to spend birthday cakes, special occasion, people like to go spend a bit of money on a birthday cake for someone. And obviously with birthdays, you know, you have quite a few in your household every year. You know, in your household, you know, let's say like the average of 3-4 people in a household. So there's potential that you're going to be buying a lot of birthday cakes quite often. They also do little slices or cupcakes as well that they sell, and the one that I like to go to is in the Arndale Centre. Sometimes they have the stores, sometimes they have like these little pop-up kiosks. I actually like these ones really a lot more because they're a little cheaper to run and obviously get a lot of passers-by, a lot of traffic, and whenever I'm in the Arndale Centre in Manchester, I actually go buy a slice from there, and it's always really busy as well. Great selection, and for me personally, the Cakebox cake is the best cake I've ever had. I don't think I've actually had a cake better than Cakebox's cakes, so yeah, big statement there that, you know, I go out my way to go get them, and even if I wasn't a shareholder, I'd probably still go buy a piece of the cake because they're really nice. But they came out with the report, their earnings the other day, the half-year results, and they were really strong. Good growth of 4.3%. Gross profit up 11.5%, EBITDA up 11%, pre-tax profit up 16%, net cash went down slightly, which we'll touch on in a little bit, and cash at the bank down. EPS up 16.4%, so the profit is growing faster than revenue, which is great, and a 17.2% hike up in the interim dividend. So the cash only went down slightly in this report because they did invest into a new factory in Bradford. Without that 0.7 million cost, obviously the cash at the bank would have gone up. They did go from 214 stores to 230 stores, so they're still opening up a lot of stores at the moment. They did launch their loyalty program Cake Club, which obviously is great because they get your data then. They know roughly, you know, whose birthday it is. They can send you promotions about, hey, you know, you normally bought a cake for someone at this time of the year, what about this one here? And also you can keep, you know, the cake that they bought, you can keep sending them offers for those sort of cakes. So it's a good loyalty program that Cakebox have actually started adding in, which is really good. Website traffic was up 40%. So one thing that they did last year, which I really liked, is they rebranded the Cakebox website. Any of you guys that were a shareholder, maybe like a year and a half ago, you would have known the actual website wasn't great to use, but now the websites are so much better to use and to find stores and look at different things. So the Cakebox website is getting the rewards because the actual website visits was up 40%. And you can see here they got 2.2 million website visits. Subscriptions as well was up 40% as well, so they've got more data to use with the customers, which is great. Because of this probably subscription base and the customer base, this is really driving sales, because you look here, online sales was up 16.6% year over year, which is showing that what they're doing on the website and the investment they did into the IT is really getting the results, which is great. Online sales also accounted for more of their revenue as well, which is fantastic to see. They did a partnership with Nutella. Obviously everyone likes, well, a lot of people like Nutella. Good that they've got an official partnership with them. What was very good in the update as well that they dropped in here is trading has continued positively since the half year end, with total franchise sales up 9.9% ahead in October 2024 and like-for-like sales up 4%. So even though the sales in this quarter was pretty good, when you look at the revenue growth and the like-for-like sales was up 2% as you can see here, and revenue sales was up 4.3%, which is good to see. The thing is that they're actually accelerating recently as well, and they actually hinted in the conference call that this has continued into November. So if they do these sort of results on the growth here, is actually really impressive if they continue doing these results, because this is actually higher than what I forecast when I show you my numbers in a little bit. Now, one of the key things that was also in this update, which I don't think was mentioned anywhere actually in here, but if you actually go listen to the Cakebox Holdings Investor presentation, which is on YouTube, as you can see here, you can search it up 2 days ago, Investor Meet Company here, and go listen to the investor presentation. There's a little Q&A at the end. They actually said they're starting to explore international expansion. Now, the great thing with Cakebox, in my opinion, is that I actually don't think they've maximised the UK markets out yet. If we zoom out onto the UK market, as you can see here, they've only just started opening up a couple of stores in Scotland, which is new in the last year. They've also launched a store in Northern Ireland, but yet they still haven't launched into Ireland itself Obviously a lot of potential in Ireland, a lot of potential in Scotland with the likes of Aberdeen, for example, to launch into, Dundee to launch into. But even in the UK, there's still potential a lot of locations in the UK. You look down the south here, for example, there's a lot of gaps to kind of fill in here. If we scroll up here, there's not even one in Norwich yet at the moment. Even in this area here to the kind of like East Yorkshire, there's not even one in York. Pretty decent size in York for one, for potential. Even the likes of Blackpool, for example. Everybody would love to go to the Blackpool Pleasure Beach and also go get a slice of cake from them as well. So there's even a lot of gaps in the UK, especially Scotland, Northern Ireland and Ireland. But on this meeting here, they actually did say they're going to look at international expansion. They said next year they're actually going to launch a pilot one in Paris. So we'll see if that is very successful for them. They also mentioned other potential expansions into likes of the US, Canada as well. So potentially we see Catebox coming from just being a kind of business that's been run in England to being the whole of UK in Ireland, and then potentially if we have a expansion into France or Canada or US. This very quickly comes from a business that could easily be a 75 million market cap up to 150, 200 million market cap. And I think if it's proven to be a successful company just in the UK and then also international, I think that opens the potential for an acquisition of like, hey, we can speed this up, and maybe a big acquisition of a company from the likes of the US, potentially comes in and looks for them as well. So very interesting and exciting times for Catebox. Looking at the numbers, I still think there's decent upside here. Last time I showed you the numbers, guys, it's about £1.50, so it has gone up now to £1.89. But I've got 6% revenue growth in. I think that's achievable. Profit margin of 15, 16, 17%, a little bit higher than where they are right now, but they have recently been doing a lot of investments, which has been shown in like the growth of the online sales. That would be more towards where they used to be before the whole coronavirus situation, as you can see here. So I'm expecting some expansion on the profit margin. 20 times earnings, I think there should be a little bit more of a higher multiple. And on the low side, I'm still getting really good upside, as you can see here. On the high side, over 100% upside. And the big thing as well that you're going to have a new benefit is that if there was even something that went a little bit wrong here, or even if they do achieve the high percentage of numbers, you've also got to remember that you're also getting a 5% dividend. Well, it's probably even higher than that now because of the hike they're going to do. You're going to get like at least a 5% dividend yield. And they've also said that they're going to potentially look at more dividends and acquisition, potentially doing share buybacks as well. So that's a great factor that you have here as well. So right now, I look at Catebox, I feel like it's in probably its best moment that it's been in for a long time. Really exciting plans for it going forward. And 2025 could be a really good year for them. And going forward as well, I think that potentially there's just got so many growth areas that they could potentially go into. And like I said, you're getting growth here, you're getting a decent value, you're getting dividend. It's a company that would be liked by many different types of investors, really. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you think about Catebox in the comment section. I'll see you in a bit.